All right, folks, welcome to a weekly market forecast on what I think where the market will head to on Eurusd, Gbpusd, and DXY. This is the higher time from drone liquidity slash analysis slash forecast slash outlook, whatever you guys call it. So we'll get straight into it on the weekly time frame. Fuck the weekly time frame to go to the higher time frame, like to the 12-month time frame. On the even higher time frame, right? We have to go to the DXY for this. DXY is way more important than GU or EU. As you guys know, the general rule of thumb of trading EU is always analyze DXY, then trade EU. It's not always going to be like that perfectly, but because DXY has way more charts here, right? So going back in time, on a 12-month time from DXY, we have a 12-month IA roll back to EO roll, as well as a 12-month SMT CRT to the upside. We go to the quality asset. DXY, this SMT with this candle. SMT. Right? And if you go to the quality asset, GU, EU took it out as well. You can see pretty good strong reaction out of GU, right? So we have a 12-month SMT skip to the upside. And the SMT was already there for like a while, but after that good reaction from GU is when the SMT get confirmed, and after the 6-month time frame closed. The only time as you guys know, time is important, right? If the 6-month time frame needs to close in a fair price, and it's time when it's near closing time, you don't want to open up a new swing position because it's gonna get disrespected very well. Because why? Because market, the next 6-month candle needs to open low, high, close, so it's gonna disrespect your trade, right? And if you're let's just say you're selling off, when it makes it low, it needs to go back higher, so it's gonna disrespect you anyway. So yeah, so that's the little sauce for you guys. We have a 12-month IRO to arrow, a 12-month CRT to the upside, and overall in general, what do we have here? We have a range low, range high. Break out the range low, go to range high. 6-month time frame can give us a little bit more insights, like more insights. I mean, we purge out the range low, the range high, falls when we shift to the downside, boom, same thing here again. A false market shift to the downside, and we rip up, and eventually again false market shift to the downside. Then we're expecting a very volatile push to the upside. As well, the 6-month time frame, we have a double per CRT, double per CRT high, double per CRT low. As well, we have another CRT in the 12-month, 6-month time frame. I mean, and a 3-month time frame, we as well have another 3-month CRT here. On 6-month time frame, you don't have any key level? I think we're pretty sure we do have a key level. It's fair value gap right over here as a SMT I roll going back to EO roll. On the 3-month time frame, we have a 3-month, same thing here again. CRT to the upside. Monthly, we have a monthly CRT to the upside, which is targeting the game very well. So I want to see some high prices to at least here. And you probably wonder, well, why am I bullish here? If you go see overall in general of higher time frame, it's overall bullish, right? It needs to go up higher, and that's the charm of having Donald Trump on as a president. So on the monthly time frame, we have this, right? On the weekly time frame, we have a weekly. As you guys know, we had a weekly SMT CRT. We have a weekly SMT EL roll. Eventually go back to I roll. So we had that with GU. So GU tapped the weekly EL roll already, but went down lower. So now we have a weekly SMT I roll, which is this order block / this fair value gap, more on the order block side. We have a bullish SMT I roll with the order block. Now we go back to EO roll. So the SMT is no longer matters. Now we're down to lower time frame. Oops. Daily time frame, we have a way below this low, so we're gonna pump over the high, and eventually we had a rejection buck over the high, go back to lower, and that's pretty sure Wednesday or that's Thursday, and then this Wednesday as well. So what else we had here? We had another right over here. We reached the below low, so looking for a break over the high. So right now we recently rejected below the low, so want to see a break over the high. on the daily time frame. So I'm looking to long it up on Monday. There's a setup. There's a OT setup to the upside, and yeah, that's what we have. So that's what we have for GU. I mean for DXY. Lower time frame, 4 hour time frame. We have not much. We have no daily ranges. We have no OT. I mean low, high, lower, low. Market never made the higher highs. So in the 4 hour time frame, as you guys know, for my OT, I primarily look at the 4 hour time frame, and the market never closed above this OTE. Never closed off this high, so there's no OT for me. So I'm looking for no setups. Right, no OT setups, primarily lower time frame. Now go to the quality asset, which is DXY. I mean EU. What do we have here? Don't see the downside. And as you guys know, if you go check the social media, there's been a lot of conspiracy theory that the West is gonna fall, and it looks like to be true. The West will fall, starting from United Kingdom to EU, eventually to possibly USA. USA will pump fucking hard. If you could see, USA will go to $121 per dollar, right? That's gonna be insanely nice for our economy where I'm living at. But to some, it may fuck up you guys' country, but USA, Trump is in power, and we will highly like to see this target get met possibly next year. The next 2 to 3 years, we're gonna see it get met because Trump is in power, and after that target is met, I'm looking for a fucking sharp decline, a very sharp, because the Trump administration is gonna end, and eventually be a new president. I think Trump will go back to be another president as well, but his presidency is going to end because you can't be president more than 8 years, I'm pretty sure, or I think 16 years. You could be president for 16 damn years before he no longer be a president. But on a 6-month time frame, 6 months to the downside. On a 3-month time frame, of 3 months to the downside. On the monthly, we have a monthly CRT to the downside. On the weekly, we have a weekly SMT IRL, and we saw like we had SMT with DXY as I said before. A weekly IRL back to ERL. We have a weekly CRT to the downside. We as well have so I'm looking for the lower time frame, the daily time frame. I'm looking for a rejection of the high and break below the low. So in the daily time frame, rejection above this high. And now I'm looking for a break below the lows. Now on the daily time frame, keep in mind we do have the daily range, and keep in mind on daily time frame we have to pay attention to daily ranges very, very much, right? Because daily ranges help you know, okay, I'm looking for a Pacific this high. Before this high gets purged, before this high gets purged, I'm not looking to trade because this specific high should be the one to deliver because premium and discount, right? So we purge out the low, purge out the high, stable low, stable high, premium discount. We sailed off here, so now we're looking to even more sell off. We don't need to really worry about a Pacific high because the premium already got tapped. That's what we have in the day time frame. And daily range low points to the weekly euro low, which is pretty nice. Eventually, so we're looking to target 1 by 1 all the way to the higher time frame, which is the $1 mark, which is the 12-month CRT low. So yeah, that's what we have for EU. Now we'll go into the quality asset. At GU, we have the same thing. $12-month SMT to the downside with the quality asset, DXY, with the GU. 6 month, we have a 6-month to the downside. And I said before that my 6-month, my John liquidity higher time frame was bullish, but that was false because when I did my higher time John liquidity on DXY, I didn't zoom out. So zooming out, it was fucking bullish. All right, so had my buys wrong, but never affected it because it told my time frame, the 6-month time frame, right? And as you guys know, I don't stick to my buys. I don't marry my buys. I'm only marrying my fucking wallet, right? So a 6-month time frame with 6 months to the downside. On a 3-month time frame with 3 months to the downside. On the monthly time frame, we have a monthly CRT to the downside, which just got met. The monthly CRT got to the downside that have got met, but keep in mind we have a monthly ERL to this monthly IRL. So monthly ERL to IRL. So we're still looking lower prices. On the weekly, we have a weekly ERL to IRL. The IRL got the ERL because we got a weekly ERL to IRL. The IRL we had a weekly because there's a shift, right? So we have weekly ERL to ERL. Eventually from ERL back to IRL, the IRL already got met. So this IRL is gonna be this auto block. This auto block is gonna be the IRL, which we already had an S&T with, right? So we had an S&T with the weekly IRL. So now go from this weekly IRL back to from this specific candle. Because the next week we're looking for open, high, low, close. So the Friday trade, which I didn't take, I wouldn't execute it, right? Because I perform much of the gun rules. But the Friday trade should possibly, I want to see it just getting disrespected, going up higher, then going lower, right? That's what the rules there is to protect you. Your trading guideline execution rules are there to protect you from those moves, right? So we're now on the weekly time frame of a weekly ERL to ERL, now from the weekly ERL back to weekly IRL, from this weekly IRL back to weekly ERL, which is the monthly CRT, monthly low, not CRT low. But wondering, well, why don't you go from weekly ERL back to this weekly IRL? Keep in mind, when a shift changes, market needs the ERL to IRL needs to reset. So it needs to go from the ERL to ERL, then from ERL back to IRL, IRL back to ERL, right? Etc. Etc. So because you need to go from range to range high to range low, eventually reset, then go down lower, etc. Etc. Right? I'm pretty sure it's already on the public for a long time. This is common knowledge, right? I found this out myself through looking at the chart. But the knowledge is already there. I'm pretty sure a lot of people already said in the market. Already said, I don't fucking pay attention. I don't pay attention to the Twitter or whatever that shit is called. But I found my own theory, which was proven to be right. Since I looked at Twitter, somebody else was pointing to be correctly. Was somebody who is very deep in the level of trading. Was told that the size of the market goes from range high to range low, then eventually the cycle resets, right, of the IR to ERL. I think this is from MXM. I don't know who the fuck was it, but somebody did say prove it to be right, which I already knew beforehand. But this is the pros of paying to the chart instead of the fucking social media, right? Although if you pay attention to the social media or pay somebody, you can get that information without you trying to find it out. Without you spending the time to finding out, but it still be useful, right? Is this fast tracks your record? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, simple as that. But on the weekly time frame, right here, so this our IRL could be either this weekly IRL or this weekly fair value gap IRL, right? So this weekly fair value could potentially get tapped, or this auto block could deliver to the downside without this weekly fair value getting tapped, right? Either could happen. I don't trade GU, so either could happen. All I care about is S&P divergence, right? So that's what we have for GU on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame for GU, we wicked above the daily high. We popped above the daily high, so now I'm looking for a break below the daily low. So I'm looking for this one. I bet you second this one. I'm more primarily looking for after this rejection plus high. I'm gonna be looking for this break below this low as well. And that's what we have for GU on the lower time frame. Now going to higher time frame on the EU again. Monthly, we have a monthly ERL to monthly IRL, which is this. There's probably gonna be some sort of S&T here, which is probably gonna get proven wrong because this is a high time frame, right? 6 month over wants to go down. So on the 3 month time frame, 3 month ERL back to the 3 month IRL, which is with this month 3 month order block, which could potentially get tapped. So I want to see some hero push and go on from there. I'm more likely, I don't give a fuck about the 3 month IRL, monthly IRL. After monthly IRL gets met, I don't give a shit about it if it goes back up higher. Why? I will care about it a little bit, but overall, ranges or in power, right? Ranges or overall in power, how the market wants to move here, right? The overall in power. So like here about. So yeah, that's what we have for GU, for EU and DXY and GU. And keep in mind, since the Friday they didn't offer a setup, which a setup is very low probability, my rule says I couldn't execute it, so I won't execute it. So I do want to see the Friday setup get disrespected because the next week needs to open high, low, close. So we can definitely see another wick above this high and go lower. But yeah, weekly profile could be some sort of a midweek reversal or consider reversal. Before we try to predict that, we need to see the upcoming week. So Monday we have no news. Tuesday we have no news. Doesn't really matter who the guy speaks. Wednesday no news. Thursday we have Euro, GBP, Euro, USD. We have 3 a.m. news. I don't give a shit about it. 8:50 a.m. news for Euro. We have 8:30 a.m. news for USD unemployment claims, and we have 8:45 a.m. news and 9:45 a.m. news. So Thursday is very fucking stacked. Friday we have GDP news, retail sales, 2 a.m., which is doesn't matter at all. All we give a fuck about the New York move, New York session news, because New York session move is the one to deliver the most, because New York is the capital of the world. So yeah. Now that's what we have. This is my heart of enjoying liquidity. Thank you for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share. Make sure you guys join the Discord link down. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Make sure you guys join the description down below. I'll see you guys later.